welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out in Los Angeles, where it'll be the Lakers going up against the Washington Wizards. Looking at the Wizards, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. Well, we've seen the impact NBA players can have off the court as well as on. Che has no problem speaking up for what he believes is right, Shaq.
Yeah, the league is blessed to have guys like LeBron and Steph who are unafraid to speak up on social issues. Glad to see Che is following their footsteps.
Well, obviously, they're following the footsteps of the great players and sports figures of the past. This has been going on from the 60s all the way up into today. But it's a great opportunity for Che to fulfill the same legacy that those guys have done.
Time to tip it off as we get to Kevin Harlan for the call.
There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Hey, Dave.
And for Che, it wasn't a straight line path to the NBA. He stayed in college longer than expected. Then there was the decision to walk off at Bay City. He needed strong performances at the draft combine and in Summer League just to get a shot. But now he's making the most of those chances. Guys?
Fantastic as always, David. Thank you. Che certainly had his ups and downs, Greg, along the way.
Well, ultimately, having to fight for a spot in this league may make him a better player. He's already been tested and come out on top.
And here's a look at some numbers for Che.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now Washington's starting group. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Davis Bertans out there with Brown. And it's Bryant in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Los Angeles, up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Rajon Rondo is out there with Che. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot. Well, adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris. Always growing pains, a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. Now here's Rondo. Back to LeBron. Clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Young from outside. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for Washington. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
Not exactly a game that everyone will be talking about here, but both of these teams can show flashes at times.
We're seeing 2 teams that could be building more for the future, trying to instill a winning culture, and we'll see which team takes a step in that direction.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the evening.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
And so he hits the technical free throw. To the inside, here's Davis. No good on that one. Nice D from Bryant. Beal against Rondo. Passes it to Wall. Back to Beal. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from Bryant, and the 3 ball is good.
What an outstanding pass, and Bradley Beal has come such a long way as a playmaker.
Young outside. Kuzma inside. Working on Bertans.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
There's the pass to Bryant. Outside, Beal. His three-pointer's off the mark. Lakers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. LeBron James on the wing. He's covered by Beal. Davis, the pass to Che. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed.
I'll tell you, around the basket, Che has got such a good nose for putting it in the bucket.
Rondo against Wall. Inside, Bertans. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Now here's Bryant. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Beal gets a wide open look. Off target with his 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
To the paint, here's Young. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you, always has his head on a swivel.
Outside, Wall. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, the craftiness of John Wall on display. When he sees an opening in the defense, he's going to take advantage.
Che outside. Rondo against Wall. Fires from 14. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at the Lakers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
And you know, for the Lakers, they're one of the teams that's caught everybody off guard. This season has gone about as well as they could have hoped for early on.
Absolutely, Greg. You can tell they are relishing their status as underdogs. It has fueled an impressive start.
Washington shooting their first free throw tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And glad to see John Wall back out there after fighting back from his Achilles injury he suffered in early 2019.
And obviously, Kevin, an Achilles injury is very worrisome for any athlete, but particularly one like John Wall, whose speed is a major part of his game. But boy, he looks good out there, and you hope he avoids any more injuries the rest of his career. Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Here is Bryant. He kicks the Wall. Back to Bryant. No one near him. Buries the jump shot. Bryant's got 5 points so far.
Boy, the court vision, the intelligence that John Wall is putting on display. This is great stuff.
Down low, Young. It's hauled in by Brown.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Pass to Wall. Now Brown. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix. Shot clock at 6. Back to Wall. The shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, Greg, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
Here's Brown following the basket by Anthony Davis. Brown right side. Kicks it to Bryant. Outside Beal. From outside off the mark.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Wall, and Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Here's Wall, following the basket by LeBron James. And Wall with the slam.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Oh, you love it, Kevin. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The drive by Beal, and the basket is good.
Now, this is an example of where he's grown. Bradley Beal getting it done in the screen and roll.
James, the pass to Rondo. Here's Kuzma. Lets it go from deep, and it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his third assist on the night. Wizards trail by 6. Here's Wall. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Suns in Phoenix.
Yeah, a terrific defensive effort along with that. 4 blocks on the game. Huge lift defensively for them.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. Lays it up off the glass. And now an 8-point Los Angeles lead.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Washington calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And some changes here for the Lakers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Davis. Howard comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Rajon Rondo. And a new group getting ready for the Wizards. Mahimi's checked in for Bryant. Hachimura comes in for Davis Bertans. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Brown. And Thomas subbed in for John Wall. Thomas against Young. Thomas with the ball. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Shot's good from Young.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Wizards trail by 10. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of Angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Here's Thomas following the 3 by the Lakers. Now, here's Mahimi. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And it's Miles missing.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And the shot is good.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Here's Thomas following the basket by LeBron James. Mahimi kicks to Beal. And here's Mahimi. Can they get it? Cousins pulls it in.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And Washington making a change here. Smith has checked in. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And now Young running the floor all by himself.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now, here's Mahinmi. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 18 feet out. Thomas's shot is off.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Howard against Mahinmi. Pass to Hachimura. Shot clock at 5. Shot to stop the run. Off the left rim and out.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yep, that one goes in there. And 12 points for Che.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Miles. Now here is Smith, covered by LeBron. Now Smith, looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Here's Mahinmi, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Well, if you use your strength and your power and a little bit of relentlessness, as Jean Mahinmi does, he cleans up.
Shea's shot is off. Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Wizards. Smith on the wing. Back to Thomas from beyond the arc. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
To me, you've got to chase Isaiah Thomas off the line. He's 5'9", capable shooter, loves to pull a trigger. Better do your work, D.
Now here's Cousins. His last outing, he had 8 points. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And stolen by Che. Unhindered, going all the way. Plays it in off the breakaway. Young's got 14 points.
Well, that fast break all started with the defense from Che, makes the play and the pass.
Here's Thomas. From deep three-point range, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a blowout underway here. Lakers on top, running away with this one. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And being a smaller player is a challenge, but Isaiah Thomas always confident attacking the lane.
I just go in there. I've been doing it since I was a little boy. Like, I've always been the smallest guy out there, but when I get on the court, I feel like I don't see any height. So when I go in there in the paint, I expect myself to score or make a play for somebody else. And then, I mean, it just, other people go crazy about it. I feel like it's normal.
Thomas brings the... And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. So the Wizards 5 right now. Ball runs the point with Beal at the 2. Davis Bertans out there with Bryant. And it's Brown in at the 3 slot.
Well, you've got to credit the defense of Bradley Beal. Breaks it up defensively, gets out in transition. Nice.
Outside, Green. Lakers passing it around. It's stolen by Bertans. Here's Brown. Kept alive. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Dwight Howard.
I like the mentality by Beal. Takes it inside, mixes it up a little bit. Nice.
He's off on the second. Well, last season we got a glimpse of what a Bradley Beal team looks like as he led the way for the Wizards after Wall went down.
And really, Beal took it upon himself to kind of keep this team moving forward. And it was his best season to date. Career highs in scoring, and also was creating more for his teammates in Wall's absence.
Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
Here's James following the basket by John Wall. It's stolen by Bryant. And here we go. Washington fast break. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. Shea, number 1.
You know, he's often forced to guard the opposition's top player on the perimeter, and still he's made his way all the way up the steals list.
Yeah, I'm not sure there's a defensive assignment in this league that he couldn't handle with relative ease. That's how disruptive he is. It is impossible for an opposing player to find a comfort zone when he's the guy guarding them.
Now here's James. He picked up 27 points in their last win against New Orleans.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game. You know, one of the biggest issues for the Wizards obviously has been their defense. I think part of that comes from not having the kind of rim protectors you need. They haven't been able to stay healthy there. But I think a bigger portion, guys, is simply a lack of effort.
Both good from the line that time. And the lack of effort on defense, Doris, it's been a big problem in Washington.
Well, it's resulted, Kevin, in the team being second to last in points allowed last season. I don't think there's enough urgency and pressure from any position. And it also shows up in their rebounding numbers, Kev. There's a lot of things to be addressed here.
Kuzma passes to Young, and it's good, 2 points. Young's got 20 points.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. And Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. And the Lakers with possession here. After the basket by Washington. 6 on the shot clock. From 13. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, after all he's gone through, you have to think big nights are extra special for Che.
Outside, Beal. Wall against Young. It's Wall with the drive. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wall against Young. Kuzma outside. LeBron passes to Che. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
Well, zero hesitation from Che right there. Rise and fire with authority.
Wall against Young. Outside, Wall. 18 feet out. The Lakers with the rebound. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Kuzma. And that one is off. And it's Washington the other way. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. And Che gets it to go.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Wizards shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. Wall taking his time here. With some arc, and it's sent back by Howard.
Dwight Howard at his best, sending it back.
Here's Young. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 6 assists in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Wall's shot is good.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
To the middle, here's Young, and the layup is good. Young's got 31.
Listen, we know that LeBron James can score at will, but he is phenomenal at hitting his guys with perfectly placed passes.
Now here's Wall. 14 points for him. Bryant dishes to Beal. The kick out to Wall. Here's Bryant. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
To me, Greg, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Well, you like how aggressive he is making a play at the rim against length.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Free throw no good for Che.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Wall passes to Miles. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's James, and James throws it down.
Well, at this point, Kevin, with LeBron rolling, the #1 goal on every possession, get it to the king.
It's been all about Che for the Los Angeles Lakers. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Huge first half for you, Che. You carried the load for your team. What can we see from you in the second half?
Hey, you can expect the same effort, man. And, you know, I'll have a target on my back. So I'm going to try and, move the ball around, make some assists, get some guys some looks. When everyone's involved, that's when we're at our best, man. We're a team.
Well, you have helped your teammates get going and helped yourself. Thanks for your time. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hey, all eyes on me. All right, nice work out there. I like the attention to detail. I like the hustle. I like the sense of urgency y'all are playing with, all right? Now, I want y'all to put a body on someone constantly, all right? Anytime that ball is up for grabs, put a body on it, all right? Make them feel you. I want these guys to be sick and tired of you by the end of this game, all right? So get physical, push them around. That's how we put them away. All right, bring it in. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. While you look at Che in this game, he has been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Boy, he's been aggressive looking for his shot. Remarkable effort on the offensive end in that first half.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. Young is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's LeBron in at the 3. Here's Wall after the basket by the Lakers. And there's the pass to Beal. Unloads from 13. And good that time. Beal's got 5.
How effortless is the mid-range game of Bradley Beal? Pretty.
And even though he came into the league at the age of 19 out of the University of Florida, Beal has been a scorer since the get-go.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league as a sweet shooting 2-guard. He has worked his way into being a tremendous playmaker. Year over year, his overall offensive game has gotten so much better.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Wall against Rondo. Left side, Wall. Beal finds Bryant. Now Miles over James. And it's Miles missing.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Rondo with the ball. Good on the shot. And now that's 35 points for Che.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's Miles on the wing. Outside, Beal. Trains the three-pointer. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, Bradley Beal entered the league with big-time range, but he has continued to extend it out.
A nice shot by Che.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Hey, yo, get on Wall.
Wall passes to Bryant. There's the dish to Miles. Rondo against Wall. Here's Beal. Kuzma pulls it in.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
The Wizards have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Beal, the pass to Bryant. He kicks it to Miles. Pass to Beal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Davis sends it back.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Miles dishes the Wall. Pass to Beal. Miles with it. Launches it. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 7 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And LeBron throws it down.
You know, you get the sense this guy, the 4 years of college ball helped. He plays at his pace, and he does it with such calm.
Wall attacking. And the layup's good off the glass. Wall's got 16.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Here's Miles. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. He's got 5.
That's dogged determination by Miles, right? Gets deep inside, works his magic. Go to town, C.J. Miles.
Davis against Bryant. Davis, the pass to Che. And he comes up with the deuce. Young's got 39.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Wall against Rondo. Wall, no luck. And so Young will bring it up for the Lakers. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. Bryant finds Smith. Here's Wall. And another miss by Washington.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
So on the floor for Washington, they've got Bradley Beal. Wall out there with Thomas. Then it's Smith, and it's Bryant in at the center. Here is Wall. Following the basket by Anthony Davis. Beal drives in, and it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's McGee. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. McGee's got 10 points in just the second half. Washington's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thomas kicks to Beal. Back to Thomas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And we all know how rough things have been for Thomas the last few seasons, Greg, battling injuries and trying to find the right situation for his talents.
And the injuries have clearly taken their toll on Thomas. A lot of things need to go right for you to be a star player at his size, and lately that just hasn't been the case.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Anthony Davis. Howard against Jones. Young. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Shea's got 41.
Body control by Che allows him to absorb contact without it affecting his shot.
Kicks it to Smith. We've got 1:28 left in the fourth quarter. Wagner can't hit.
And his defense so valuable. Not many can bother that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort, you see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Che.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
And he recovers it. The shot by Schofield, no good. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Passes it to Smith. Unloads. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books, we've got a special postgame guest joining us.
Hey, Kenny here. You were incredible. Season high in points, validating everyone who insisted you could make it into the NBA, even after the questions that were raised heading into the draft.
I appreciate it, Kenny, man. Yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time comparing games because each one's different. Different opponent, different strategy going in. I did feel good tonight, though, man. And credit to my teammates for hitting me on the ball when I could do something with it, you know? Without their efforts, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you now, Kenny.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.
Yo, Che. What's up? I want you to meet Chris. All right? He trains a lot of our guys in the offseason.
Oh, I know Chris, man. I follow you on Instagram. What's up?
Big fan of your game, Che.
For real?
Yeah, gotta respect someone that stands up for what's right.
Hey, I appreciate that, man.
So look, if you ever want to get in the gym, just hit me up. We can get to work.
For sure.
You got a lot of trust in Chris, all right? Use him. He's a good resource.
Will do, man. I'll take you up on that.
Appreciate the trust, Coach.
All right, guys.
You guys are on fire. What's been the key to your success these past few games?
Ted, I think it's just everyone being in sync, I guess. Coaches pushing all the right buttons. We're executing on both sides of the ball, treating every possession like it matters. When you're at this level of competition, there's very little that separates the best teams from the worst. So attention to detail is very, it's major in this league.
You guys were firing in all cylinders tonight. I was wondering if you could talk about your defense. How were you able to stop those guys from getting all those shots that they wanted?
Had a dope game plan from the coaching staff. They showed us some stuff they like to do, what our coverages should be to counteract that, and we went out there and executed. Simple as that. Simple.
Hey, Che, you got a sec?
Ted, I got time for you, brother.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. You really had it going on out there tonight. What do you think kept you in the zone?
Hey, coach gave us a dope game plan, and we just went out there and executed. Sometimes it's simple as that, Ted.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay. Always a pleasure.
All good. Hey, that story's coming along, Ted?
Absolutely. They should seal it.
Nice. Hey, my PR sent you